All right, so I got a DM asking me, how do you get over that fear, that nervousness, that anxiety that you get when you want to approach an attractive woman, but your mind is kind of telling you, your confidence is a little shaky, you don't really trust in yourself like that? How do you get over that fear? How do you get over that anxiety? So, the problem that guys have is that they put the importance on her answer. They go up to a woman, she rejects them, and so now they lose confidence, as opposed to putting the importance on their actions, meaning they are proud of the fact that they went out and they did it. At the end of the day, as long as they did it, they're proud of themselves. Every time that they see a beautiful woman, they go, regardless of if they're nervous or not, I'm proud of myself. I did it anyways. That's when you start to develop confidence, because it's not about the woman. It's about you. At the end of the day, it's about you. So start placing the importance on your actions as opposed to her answer, because her answer is up to her. That's not up to you. As men, we focus on what we can control. We can control our actions. We can control whether we go and talk to her or whether we pussy out like a little bitch. So at the end of the day, you have to let your nuts hang. You have to grab your nuts and you have to say, I'm a motherfucking man. I'm going to man up. I'm going to go talk to her. And whatever she says, cool. I don't care. I can't lose something that I never had. At the end of the day, you will be proud of yourself when you lay your head knowing that, hey, I approached either way. But if you did approach and at the end of the day, you still have the mindset of the importance being on her answer, you're going to go to sleep and you're not going to be proud of yourself. It's all about your paradigm. It's all about your mindset. See, the moment that you make that switch, you will feel proud of yourself every single time. You'll be like, hey, I did it. I don't care. And then once you develop that mindset, not only will you start to develop the confidence, but you will also develop the mindset of understanding, if it's all about my actions, how can I improve my actions? Because your actions will make your results better. Your actions will improve your results with women. Because every time you say, I did it anyways, right? And how do you get better at anything? You do more of it. So when you place the importance on the actions, you will start to do it more. Because every time you want to feel proud, what do? You go and you do whatever it is that makes you nervous. And then eventually, that nervousness, you'll get stronger at dealing with it. You'll get stronger at handling that emotion, that fear, that thing that's not even real. There's nothing in front of you stopping you. It's all in your mind. First of all, you have to start controlling that the most powerful urge, the most powerful emotion that we feel as human beings, which is sexual emotion, sexual desire. It is either going to be the best thing to ever happen to you or the most destructive thing to ever happen to you. But if you are the type of man who can gain control over those urges, over those desires, you master your mind, because you just tamed one of the strongest desires in the world. Everyone has it, and you tamed it. You don't let it control you. You control it. Once you tame that emotion, anything else, it's impossible for you to not worry about those things. The moment that you can gain control over your mind and gain control over those quick, impulsive thoughts and impulsive desires that you want to do something, but instead you tell yourself, listen, we're doing this with a purpose. It's not about how I feel. See, when you tame that, then you can transfer that into other areas. You see that woman, you want to approach her, but you feel a little nervous, but you remember purpose over pleasure. What is the purpose? The purpose is for me to build confidence so that I can, gain more confidence in that area, so I can stop being a bitch, so I can stop being nervous, and that's the purpose. So once again, purpose over pleasure. You've already done it with something way, way harder, and now you're just doing it with a little bit of nervousness. At the end of the day, what do I say all the time? What is anxiety? Anybody want to take a guess at what anxiety is? I say it all the time, and I'll say it again, okay? Anxiety is energy that's been given to you. It's energy that you're supposed to use at all times. You're supposed to take action. We were born to take action. We weren't born to sit around and let our mind control us. You weren't born to do that. You were born to go ahead and create things and take action and succeed. But instead, when you stop yourself and you block yourself, you're blocking that energy. So once you make these small paradigm shifts and then you apply them and you start taking action, you will see your mindset actually start to change. Not only will you say, I'm placing the importance on how proud I am of myself, whether I took action or whether I didn't. So you already start developing that right there, and then you tell yourself anxiety is simply just energy. If I just take action, that energy will be released, it will be used, and I will be rewarded, as opposed to the person who keeps that energy all to themselves, right? You're given this energy and you keep it all to yourself. You don't use it. You don't act upon it because of fear. So you're holding on to it. You're being selfish. And what happens? You are punished. You are given this feeling that's uncomfortable. It's like if you take pre-workout. What do? You take pre-workout. If you just sit there and do nothing, what's going to happen? You're going to feel uncomfortable. Your heart's going to start beating out of your chest. But what if you take pre-workout and you get to work? You take action. It actually helps you. It pushes you. It gives you a better workout. So think about that. Every time you see a beautiful woman, change your mindset on, I'm going to be proud of my actions. And also, anxiety is simply just energy. And then once you've been working on yourself and you smell good, you have a nice cologne, every time you see a woman, don't give yourself time to think. See, that ties back into my last point, that anxiety is simply just energy. And when you block that energy by not taking action, you start to have this feeling of uneasiness, of anxiety. So what do? When you see a beautiful woman, you go. Don't give yourself time to think. You have the energy. Trust me. You have all the energy that you need. You have every ounce of energy that you need. As soon as you see her, go talk to her. It'll come to you. The same way you wake up every day and you've been given energy to wake up, to go to work, to get in your car, but you think that you don't have the energy to go talk to a woman? You don't think that you're not going to be supplied with the energy to make up some words? See, what do I say all the time? Who are you? Why are you here? And what do you want? Okay, so when you see a beautiful woman, go and talk to her. Start exercising that muscle. That paired with the mindset of, I don't care what she says. This is for myself. Be selfish about it. Be selfish. Don't care about what she says. Don't care about if you're her type, if she has a boyfriend, if these people. See, the biggest thing that controls people in this life is the fear of criticism. The fear of criticism will hold you back your entire life. See, the reason why people are influencers, people get on YouTube, they gain popularity, they gain influence, they gain followers, is because they don't give a fuck about what anyone thinks. You understand that? The people who are in the comments criticizing, they're watching you. You're not watching them. So in order to be an influencer or a YouTuber or someone who gets online and speaks their opinions, you have to have no fear of criticism. But those people are rewarded. See, the people on Instagram with a bunch of followers, the people on YouTube, those people are rewarded. Life rewards them because they don't care about what others think. But the people in the comments, they suffer. They suffer because they care too much. They care about, what is my family going to say? What are my friends going to say? Back in the day, that held me back a lot. That held me back because I always was wondering, what are people going to say about me? But when I started exercising that muscle of not giving a fuck about what people say, it is the most freeing feeling in the world. So for this very moment when you're just starting out, you're going to have to put purpose over pleasure. It's going to have to be your mindset for a while until you cross over and you break through. Life is going to test your willpower. Life is going to test how strong you are. Will you persist? Will you persist in the face of adversity? Will you persist in the face of failure? Or are you going to quit like everyone else? If you quit, then you're going to be like every other incel who gets no pussy. But if you say, you know what? I want what I want. And if I don't succeed immediately, then that doesn't mean that I have to change the goal. That just means I have to change the plan. So maybe I'm doing something that could be fixed. Okay, guys, so stop placing the importance on what the woman is going to say. Okay, place the importance on what you do, because I know it doesn't feel good. I know it doesn't feel good. I've been there. Back in the day, I've been there. When I was younger, what do you think, right? You see a beautiful woman. Oh my goodness, she's bad. She's fine. She's bad. Oh damn, she's so bad. Wow, she's so bad. And then what happens? You're thinking, oh, should I go talk to her? No, and you walk away. And then you're like, you know what? I probably should go talk to her. You go back, she's not there anymore. Now you feel like a bitch. You could have taken action. You could have had what you wanted. You could have been clapping them cheeks even, right? But you bitched out. You pussied out. That feeling doesn't feel good, right? That feeling does not feel good. If it's actually worse than if she rejects you. It's worse than if a woman tells you no. Because if a woman tells you no, you're not a failure if you try and she says no. You're a failure if you don't try at all. That feeling is worse because you actually feel like a bitch, right? The other feeling of her saying no, once you switch your mindset, it doesn't even affect you, but let's just say it does, right? Maybe you're not her type. Maybe it was the bad day. Maybe she has a boyfriend. Maybe she's just not in the mood. See, there's so many different factors, but when you don't try, there's only one factor. You bitched out, you pussied out, you tucked your nuts, and you weren't being a man. So, guys, do what you have to do. Approach that woman. Don't sit there and think about it. Just take action right away. All right, guys, that's the video for today. DM me on Instagram at Optimal Man Coaching if you would like to talk to me.